Good afternoon. Mamamayang Liberal Party List First Nominee former Senator Lady de Lima and Akbayan Party List First Nominee Diokno will be joining the House of Representatives prosecution team for the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte. De Lima and the Akbayan Party List, in separate statements on Wednesday, May 14, said they received the invitation from the House of Representatives to be part of the prosecution panel once the Senate starts the impeachment trial. In her statement, De Lima said her decision to accept the invitation of the House comes from a place of duty and principle. According to De Lima, her decision is not about personalities or partisan politics. Rather, it is about public trust and the responsibilities that come with it. De Lima also said her participation in the impeachment trial is one part of her broader agenda for justice and reform as she takes on a spot in the House of Representatives. De Lima is poised to be a member of the incoming 28th Congress, as the ML party list is currently ranked 14th with more than 541,000 votes, according to the partial and unofficial count of the Commission on Elections Transparency server. Meanwhile, the Akbayan party list announced their support to the impeachment trial, saying that incoming Akbayan Representative Diokno will join the House prosecution panel. The Akbayan party list is currently the front-runner among party list candidates with more than 2,750,000 votes based on the COMELEC's transparency server. The impeachment trial of Vice President Duterte will begin on July 30. The defense team of former President Rodrigo Duterte is requesting for the disqualification of two pre-trial Chamber 1 judges to the presidency of the International Criminal Court. This after his defense team failed to get the two judges to excuse themselves from the case of former President Duterte for supposedly having already decided on the issue of jurisdiction when they allowed the prosecution in 2021 to open a probe into the drug war. In an 11-page request to the three-member presidency of the ICC on May 12, Duterte's lead counsel, Attorney Nicholas Kaufman, made a request to disqualify pre-trial Chamber 1 judges Rain Adelaide Alapini Gansu and Maria del Socorro Flores Sierra. The two are both members of the previous chamber that allowed the ICC prosecutor in 2021 to initiate the investigation into the former president's anti-drug campaign and to resume the stalled probe in 2023. Kaufman claims the disqualification of Ganso and Yera would ensure the autonomy and irreproachability of the judges, as both had, quote, prior involvement in the most substantive legal question in the murder case against Duterte. The pre-trial Chamber 1 previously dismissed the Duterte camp's invitation for Gansu and Yera to excuse themselves from adjudicating on the issue of the ICC's jurisdiction over the case. Kaufman stressed that the matter of jurisdiction, which he deemed one of the most contentious issues in the case, and the Chamber's decision on it would have far-reaching consequences. According to Kaufman, this matter should not be decided in the case by judges who have formulated a firm opinion on the question of sub judice prior to hearing defense submissions. Kaufman and his team also criticized the prosecution, led by Karim Khan, for calling as nonsensical their earlier invitation for Gansu and Yera to inhibit themselves from deciding on the defense's challenge and the jurisdiction filed on May 1. Former President Duterte is currently under the custody of the ICC on his crimes against humanity he allegedly committed during his administration's war on drugs. The Philippine government remains firm in saying that it does not seek permission from China to conduct resupply missions at Ayungin Shoal. In a press conference on Wednesday, May 14, National Security Council Assistant Director General Jonathan Malaya was asked to comment on the Chinese government's alleged pattern of issuing statements claiming permission for the Philippine government to conduct resupply missions in the area. Malaya said,
"The position of the Philippine government has been very clear and consistent from the very beginning, and we have always been transparent about what we do in so far as the resupply missions are concerned. They're conducted by the Philippines utilizing Philippine vessels, and never have we sought permission from the People's Republic of China."
According to Malaya, the government is also surprised that China consistently issues statements that are vaguely worded but are created and drafted to create the impression that they actually supervise the entire mission. Malaya stressed that China's statements are far from the truth. Malaya added that seeking permission from China would be a violation of the Philippine Constitution. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.